Well, hello again. It hasn't been long. In fact, it's only been 24 hours. But this is what happens when you run out of capacity on Codex. It can't even use it until tomorrow afternoon, and I've been off it now for 2.5 days. So I've got no option to either top it up. So it's really quite distressing. But here we go. So what have we got here? Well, we've got FFmpeg. There we go. Um, Yesterday I was a little bit less technical because I just showed you our software, and I think the quality of the sound wasn't that great. Not quite sure what went wrong there, but I think it's enough to show you what we're doing. I'll try and do better next time. But I wanted to talk to you about this FFmpeg. So we were developing and controlling MP3 files, and all the development work was being done on my PC, and which is great. And all the music worked. So we got really good trading off and being able to amend the end of it, being able to bring the ends and the music together beautifully. So we had these fantastic endings for mostly from the sonic halls. So when you get to where you want to be and if it needs to stop, it can play a beautiful ending, which is really why everything's being done. This is why I went into working with ChatGPT and Codex. So, but I'm out of capacity. It has changed. It does get a bit frustrating because they changed the ballpark and they suddenly you can do stuff and then suddenly you can't. And then they offer you upgrades and things like that. So it's not easy. And I've also can't top it up. I've lost that ability. So I'm just stuck. And if you're in the development cycle, if you had a client, for instance, who was in trouble, you'd have to think about how you'd help them out in the future. So I'm pretty unhappy. But we were working away beautifully on my PC. Then we transferred it across to my iPad. And I suddenly got this, can't do that. And we keep getting error. And it's ongoing. And what it is that in the development environment, Apple, their sandbox is much more austere and tight, and it won't allow the application to jump outside the normal controls of the sandbox area to then work with FFmpeg. So in the end, what am I going to do? Well, what we had to do is to take all our MP3 editing and controls inside our application. So we've had to code that ourselves, bringing it in so it doesn't go out. So because I couldn't test with it, I couldn't wait for it to be released fully. So the only way of I could say of doing it is that we coded it ourselves inside our application. So that's what we did. And so that is, it's going to be a quick one today because I just wanted to mention, because the last time wasn't so technical, and I thought it would be nice for you to understand that this is supposed to be technical as well, and it's supposed to be educational and helping other people have a go at programming with, it could be Claude, it could be, there's so many different versions out there of things you could do, but I liked ChatGPT and it recommended Codex, and we then moved on from there with VB coding and with Flutter extensions. So that's what we've done. I hope you're enjoying it and look forward to the next one. Cheers, bye.